Continuation with infrastructure, we're going to do what are the characteristics of infrastructure. So there are the three basic characteristics of infrastructure. One is the basic input. It is a basic input for any productive activity. Without this, you cannot think of production. And secondly, you can talk about is, if you think about infrastructure, it is permanent in nature. That means it's for a long period of time. And then another thing, since it's all that, it needs a high investment. So these are the basic three characteristics of infrastructure. Basic three. We can subdivide into many points, but generally you get a question as what is the infrastructure, what are the characteristics or the qualities of infrastructure. So just I want you to go through this. It's very simple. Just go through what are the characteristics. So characteristics would be, say, basic inputs. Let's take the first one. So it is basic to all production activities, like output of infrastructure such as power, water, are used as inputs for production. Okay, so development of infrastructure is an essential precondition for agriculture and industrial production. So without this, you cannot even think of any productive activity. So second, we'll just take it's permanent in nature. That follows. So infrastructure installments are used over a long period of time. So if you built a dam or if you built an overbridge, it's not just for a day or two or for a few years. It is there for a long period of time. At most you will think is to do some repairs for the depreciation that takes place. Then you have the third characteristics as high investment. So it takes a lot of money. Like infrastructure requires a very high investment to be spent on the provision of, say for example, you want to transportation, communication, power station, hospitals, etc. They need a lot of money, a lot of investment. Capital investment is needed. So this is basically what we find out. If you want, there'll be a question as what are the characteristics of infrastructure.